A national discussion on sexual assault and sexual harassment has lifted the veil on a silent epidemic in our society. This provides us with an opportunity for real change that advances equality and safety for all of our sisters and brothers. The sea change of public response to this issue, lifting the voices of victims and silence breakers, gives us reason to rejoice. But it is also jarring as we grapple with overnight change. As flight attendants, we have a unique opportunity to join a positive dialogue about the change we want to see in the world we want for our children. We are on the front lines of public discussion, and we must also recognize what this moment means for our careers, our flying partners, and all of the people on our planes. The Washington Post asked me to write an op-ed along with 15 other leaders from different professions as a means to use this moment to make real change and take us forward. The question the Post asked was, what is the one thing that could be done to end sexual harassment? Before answering the question, I had to define the realities of our experience on the plane. Not that long ago, the industry marketed the objectification of stewardesses, a job only available to young, single, perfectly polished women who until 1993 were required to step on a weight scale. Just this year, Qatar CEO Al-Bakr referred to U.S. flight attendants as grandmothers and bragged about his younger crews that passengers wanted to look at. Our union was formed to give women a voice on the job and to beat back discrimination and misogyny we faced. We defined our careers at the bargaining table, in the courts, and on Capitol Hill. We taught the country to leave the word stewardess in the history books. But the industry never disavowed the marketing schemes featuring hot pants and ads that had young women saying things like, "I'm Cheryl, fly me." I called upon airline chief executives to clearly and forcefully denounce the past objectification of flight attendants, reinforce our safety role as aviation's first responders, and pledge zero tolerance of sexual harassment and sexual assault at the airlines. I said that increased staffing and clear policies are needed, as well as the knowledge that our CEOs will back us up, which will also make it easier for us to intervene when passengers are sexually harassed or assaulted on planes. We need to know the airlines will take this as seriously as any other safety duty we perform. You can read the full op-ed through a link on our website, AFA-CWA.org. I want to recognize the founders of our union and all the women and men who have fought for respect on the job, contracts, laws, and regulations that back us up. While we are still 80% women in our career, this issue is not gender-specific or race-specific, and 2018 will include a real focus from our union to lift up all the issues of equality, giving voice and a platform for all of the diversity among our ranks. I also want to applaud two CEOs who have immediately responded to our request. Alaska CEO Brad Tilden took the opportunity to learn from a recent event on an Alaska airplane. Instead of being critical of the victim or the flight attendants, he and his management team recognized this as a moment for reflection. They took swift corrective action to support the victim and supported the flight attendants. The reality is that we have a difficult job. We have often been the target of sexual harassment. We are charged with the safety of everyone on board. We must keep the temperature down on the plane. We have never before had assurance that these issues would be taken seriously or given clear direction in how to handle them. And we are managing more passengers than ever with fewer of us to respond. Alaska management is now working with AFA leaders at Alaska to address this issue in a meaningful way. We invite other airlines to follow their lead. At United Airlines, CEO Oscar Munoz also immediately responded to our call for attention to this issue. In a public letter to all of United's employees, Oscar said, quote, "The success of our society will only progress as far and as fast as our sisters and daughters enjoy the same rights, respect, and opportunities as our brothers and sons," end quote. After specifically referring to our op-ed, he said, quote, "When you join the United team, or when you board a United flight, you can be sure that by doing so, you are expressing your support for a company that backs up our words with our actions. There is no place for sexual harassment at United, and I am asking that you all join me in making a commitment of zero tolerance to all of our colleagues and customers," end quote. His letter also clearly recognizes the role we play in the safety of aviation. He responded and did exactly what we asked. And he concluded by stating, "This is not only a woman's issue. It goes beyond distinctions of gender or class or race. It is an issue that affects all of us, and therefore all of us need to be a part of the conversation. I, for one, am looking forward to participating in this conversation, listening more than speaking, in order to ensure that our policies reflect our values, that everyone feels empowered to report issues when they occur, and that we can live up to our principles and our potential." End quote. Oscar Munoz's full letter can be accessed through our website. We look forward to other management leaders stepping up to send this clear message as well. This is a moment where we can put coffee, tea, or me behind us and lift our careers. This is a moment where the real conversation begins. If you have something to add, please let us know at issues@afa-cwa.org or share with your AFA local council. And if any of us needs confidential support and assistance, please use AFA EAP as your resource. Call 800-424-2406 for assistance. Keep up all you do every day to take care of one another. I am proud to stand with you. Thank you, and fly safe.